So picture this. You're driving on the highway, you put your foot on your brakes, and then you realize it doesn't sound or feel the same way as it used to. So then you start to get worried. You start thinking about the 4 hours you're gonna spend at the repair shop, all the upsells you're gonna have to deal with there, and worst of all, you start thinking about price. You start thinking about all you wish was that you could go online, get an instant quote for that service, but instead, you end up phoning the repair shop and waiting 24 hours for a quote that often has a 50 to 100% markup on parts and over $100 an hour for labor. And then you're stuck thinking, I wish there was a better way. So today, I'm so proud to introduce to you Fiix, the Uber for auto repair. Where at a click of a button, you can get a fully licensed expert mechanic at your home to fix your car. And on top of that, it's 30 to 50% less than the repair shop. We provide over 300 different types of auto repair services at your home and across the entire GTA region right now. Things like oil changes, brake repair, engine work, and even tire changes. It's great. And it's a more convenient, more affordable, and more transparent experience for the customer. So you're probably wondering, how does it work? So all you gotta do is go to www.fiix.io and select book an appointment or get a quote. So click book an appointment. And then here you can see all the different types of services we offer. So for example, I need my brake pads replaced for my 2010 Audi. So I'm gonna go ahead and select brakes and brake pad replacements. And I even get the option of whether I want my front or my rear brakes replaced. So I'm gonna select the front. And then here you can see these are the services I collected. And if you want more services, you can simply add some and remove some if you want. So let's go ahead. And then here, all I have to do is enter some basic information about myself. And then the city that I'm located in. And then I have to specify what type of vehicle that I have. So for example, I have a 2010 Audi Q5. So I'm gonna go ahead and select that. There we go. With a 3.2 liter engine. And then boom, right away, I can see the price that it would cost me for a mechanic to come to my home to fix my car and replace my front brake pads. And here you can see, yeah. Here you can see the breakdown of the parts and the labor included. So I can see all the parts that will be used, the brand names associated with them, and how long it would take for this service to be completed. And if I'm happy with the service, all I gotta do is select the time and date that I want the mechanic to show up at my house. So for example, I think I want tomorrow at 6 p.m. And then here I can see exactly who is coming to my house to do the repair for me. In this case, it's Mackenzie, and he has 5 stars, which is amazing, right? So then all I gotta do is enter some basic information about my address, postal code, and location, how to contact me, enter my payment information, and then next thing you know, tomorrow at 6 p.m., Mackenzie will show up at my door with all the tools and parts needed to perform the repair service. So behind Fiix, we have a strong team of engineers and business development people who have experience from Instagram, Deloitte, Facebook, Mercedes, and we've been able to grow 50% month over month over the past 6 months. And we were fortunate enough to even get into the Y Combinator program for this coming January batch. Thanks. So as a small Toronto startup right now that's really trying to grow and really trying to make an impact in Toronto and other areas of Canada and in the world, I want to ask each and every one of you for a favor, and that's to help us grow. So recently we just launched our Fiix Ambassador Referral Program, where for every person that you refer to Fiix, you'll be able to get a $15 Amazon gift card, and that individual will be able to get $15 off of their next auto repair service. So after this presentation, come find one of us in a Fiix t-shirt, and we would love to get you on that program. Thank you. So I'll take questions now. Yeah. So the question was, who are we partnered with for our parts supplies? So we have many parts suppliers set up across the GTA, so that, for example, say we have a job in Markham, we'll have a parts supplier in Markham that we communicate with, and that can deliver parts to our home and make the entire logistical operation very smooth. Yeah. Yes.
What if I don't know what my car has?
Yeah.
So what if I said that it's the brakes, but it's
Yeah.
not the brakes?
Yeah. So that's a good question. So her first question was, what if I don't know what's wrong with my car? So in that case, we have two options that we present with you. One is when you go ahead and book the appointment, you can select that you want a general inspection or a car is not starting inspection. And how the inspection works is a mechanic will come to you, try to fix it on the spot, or if he knows he can't fix it on the spot, we'll do a follow-up repair and then we'll refund you the inspection. And the second solution is if you want to speak to someone immediately, we have a button on our homepage where you can ask a mechanic, and that puts you in a Facebook Messenger conversation with one of our master mechanics on our team, so we can help you diagnose the issue.
But what if, let's say,
Yeah.
I got it, I'm sure that it's the brakes.
Yeah.
When we get there,
Yeah.
it's not the brakes, it's my transmission.
Yeah. So
What happens?
Yeah. So what happens is our mechanic will come to you and try and inspect the vehicle right there. It will be very similar to an inspection. So immediately he'll be able to figure out whether it's actually your brakes or not, or whether it's something else. And if it is something else, it kind of acts just like an inspection. So we can refund you the inspection fee and then only charge you for the repair. Yeah. Yes, sorry.
So what was your MVP like? I mean, like minimum viable.
Yeah. So when we first started, we actually only did tire changes. So basically how that worked was you would go on their website and select that you want a tire change for like this time. So you would just select the time, and then we still have Stripe as our payment, so you enter your credit card information, and then we come do the tire change for you, and then charge you after the service once everything was okay. So it was just tire changes at that moment. It was like 3 pages on our website. Khalil, our CTO and co-founder, whip up that site in 4 to 5 hours, and then we saw there was huge demand regarding that. So that's when we were like, okay, there's something here. Let's try to see if we can open this up to all the different types of auto repair services possible. Yeah. Yes.
Is there criteria for where the car is located? Like, will your mechanics work on the side of the road? Like, so many people park in the garage.
Yeah.
Street side?
Yeah, so we can definitely do the sides of the road, and we could do inside of your condo building parking garage, as long as your condo building is accepted with that. If not, we can just do it in the local parking lot, or even in your driveway and things like that. So yeah, it's not a problem. Yes, sorry. Okay.
Any resistance from manufacturers who have full warranty, bumper to bumper and all that, especially on late model vehicles?
So,
I see the model
yeah.
working for
Yeah.
everything outside of that parameter.
Yeah, so I missed the first part of your question. What was it?
I'm just wondering, are you seeing some resistance from
Oh.
manufacturers who have bumper to bumper warranty packages, et cetera, whereas once that's expired, are you catering more towards those kind of vehicles?
No, we haven't seen any resistance so far. We've been operating for about 6 months so far, so we haven't seen that situation come up yet. So I can't really give a proper answer for
I
that.
can just tell you on my vehicle, and probably a lot of people are late model vehicles, when you have full bumper to bumper coverage, if anything goes down, you just bring it into the dealership and they take care of it.
Yeah, so that's like with the warranty you're talking about, right? Yeah, so in that case, we haven't seen any resistance yet. People, I guess the manufacturers have been very accepting of it. They've been able to handle it with no problem so far. Yeah, what's that?
Right there.
Hi. Where do you get your mechanics from? Are they self-employed? Are they employed by you? How do
Yeah.
you screen them? Who rates them?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So our mechanics are all fully licensed mechanics with over 10 and 15 years of experience. What they do is they're contracted. So they work at the dealerships during the day, and then on their spare time, they come and do fixed jobs. And the great thing about us is we're able to actually pay our mechanics twice as much as they're making at the repair shop, simply because we take less of a margin, and also because we don't carry the overhead of a physical shop. And how the vetting process works is usually they come in through referrals and word of mouth. And the vetting process is a pretty intensive process because we need to make sure that they're capable of doing the job, that they're customer friendly, and that they're very personable. So we do something where like they come in, we take their application, make sure they have all the certifications, the licenses needed to be a proper mechanic, and then we do a face-to-face interview where we assess their personality and kind of dive deeper into their experience. And then we take them on a test job to actually see them in the field, like a supervised test job with one of our master mechanics. And then we do a few of those just to make sure that they're good. And then we kind of start them off with simple jobs, and then more complex jobs, the better they turn out. Yeah.